In today's news, a long-awaited review of New Zealand's Treaty of Waitangi Act has drawn both praise and backlash, with critics warning of attempts to weaken Māori rights. In Australia, the Uniting Church WA faces continued scrutiny over the closure of BKI and the mishandling of sensitive documents tied to stolen generation survivors. Meanwhile, a new Ngāti to English dictionary decades in the making is helping to preserve one of Central Australia's endangered languages for future generations. And in South Australia, nominations have opened for the Premier's NAIDOC Award, celebrating outstanding Aboriginal leaders ahead of this year's NAIDOC Week that is themed The Next Generation, Strength, Vision and Legacy. More of that later. Kaya, I'm Leanne Djilandi Dolby, and this is the National Indigenous Times Daily News Bulletin for the 14th of May 2025. The James Cook Monument in Edinburgh Gardens, Fitzroy North, will be permanently removed after a unanimous vote by the Yarra City Council. The statue, repeatedly vandalised, most recently in January 2024, was deemed too costly to repair, with $15,000 to restore it. Mayor Stephen Jolly emphasised that the decision was based on economic practicality rather than ideology, noting the statue's limited historical significance and highly likelihood of further vandalism. Though some see the move as politically charged, Jolly maintained it was a financially responsible choice. The Captain Cook Society may take custody of the plaque, while broader debates over colonial monuments continue. New Liberal leader Suzanne Ley echoed her predecessor Peter Dutton's stance on Welcome to Country ceremonies and the Australian flag, saying they should be meaningful and not ticker-box gestures. Firm unity under one flag while expressing willingness to stand before the Aboriginal flag. Ley's comments come amid broader public debate sparked by a recent backlash at Anzac Day, Welcome to Country, and continued scrutiny of the Coalition's approach to Indigenous issues. Critics argue the party's focus on culture wars rather than real policy solutions contributed to the election's defeat. The New Zealand government has launched a formal review of the Treaty of Waitangi Act 1975, which oversees the Waitangi Tribunal. Māori Development Minister Tama Pataka says the review is needed to ensure the tribunal remains effective amidst progress on treaty settlements and concerns about workload. An independent advisory group will lead consultations, with leadership changes expected by the end of 2025. However, critics like Green MP Huhana Linden argue the move is a part of a broader effort to weaken the Treaty of Waitangi and diminish Māori rights, following other controversial government actions targeting treaty protections. 4 months after the closure of Benanking Quirk Institute in Queen's Park, key questions remain unanswered about the site's management, the loss of sensitive documents, and the eviction of women and elders. The Uniting Church WA has not explained why the property was left unsecured for over 15 years or why services were shut down. Allegations persist about missing and mishandled records tied to Reverend C. Lingala and the stolen generations. Community advocates say BKI was already a healing space before its closure, while the church and new partners, including Yokai and the UIACC, aim to establish a new centre despite ongoing mistrust and unresolved concerns. A new 720-page Ngāti to English dictionary has been released to help preserve the endangered Ngāti language of Western Australia and the Northern Territory. Developed over 40 years by elders and linguists, Mary Mudgedell, Tom Eneva, and the late Jama Nampanjanka. The dictionary features example sentences, grammar, kinship, artwork, and information on Ngāti flora, fauna, and seasons. Though the Balgo launch was postponed due to flooding, the dictionary has already been distributed in communities. It marks a significant milestone in language revitalisation and honours generations of dedication to cultural preservation. The nominations now are open for the South Australia Premier's NAIDOC Award, which honours Aboriginal individuals who have made an exceptional contribution to their communities. The award celebrates leadership, achievement and service to Aboriginal South Australians. Attorney General Kai Ma praised the award as a way to inspire others and recognise positive impact. The 2024 awards will also include Dr. Alice Rigney's Prize for Committed Aboriginal Students in years 10 to 12. Nominations close Friday 6th of June with details available online. This year's NAIDOC theme is the next generation, strength, vision and legacy. And that's today's Daily News Roundup from the National Indigenous Times. For more news, head to nit.com.au and sign up for our free newsletter.